Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan, illustrated by Mark Evans. At the bottom here is the information as well. Also with the website of llewellyn.com. Feel free to check out whatever you need to, of course. Supportive oracle cards are Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed. Websites are, there's a bunch of them on the back here. I noticed the Colette Baron Reed one, but there's a couple others. Feel free to check out whatever you would like, of course. Just freeze frame to get the spellings, of course. All right. What do we have for Taurus? Taurus. Okay. Okay. There's something going on here, obviously. There's somebody... What is changing? Something is changing. There's a change going on. Somebody had the Three of Swords here, but it's in the environment. Somebody made a bad decision, and it failed. Okay. Other people are trying to come together to try to help rectify this. Rectify it? Rectify it. Okay. Are we building something new? You got the Ace of Pentacles, which is a great card for Taurus. That's something that you're very compatible with. It's kind of like, let's start building something. Let's make a good plan. Let's, start in a rational way. Put it together as necessary and just kind of get stronger as we go. Usually works very well for Taurus. There's also this at the top telling me when everybody's coming together, it looks like this is going well. We're pulling on resources from the past. People have knowledge of things that could go better. People are like, well, this is what I saw happen before, and if we come together and do it this way, we shouldn't have to worry about that again. It seems really good. A very strong community effort. This could be a family affair. It doesn't have to be, but this is something where a lot of people are like, they're on the same page. So it could be a work thing if everybody's kind of like, all for one type of energy. If that's the normal energy for where you work, then I would say that this could be applicable. Otherwise, it's either family or possibly good friends, like good friends, who are there for you when you need them and you're there for them when they need you. As it keeps moving forward, though, there will be an unexpected fail. It's not going to wipe it out, but this is kind of reminding me, because this is coming in, this is like reminding me of having a garden and then there's a unexpected frost. So for example, here I'm upstate New York, it has happened. We've had a frost in June before. So it's like having unexpected frost in June. It doesn't kill everything, but it stunts everything. And it's kind of like, what just happened? There's an unexpected fail coming. It's not meant to knock you down. The information isn't, but it's kind of like if you kind of know it's coming. The thing is, it's not going to be a total like there's nothing we can do. It just means we have to kind of clean things up. We got to like cut out what's dead, and we got to try to cultivate what survived, if anything did. I don't know what to say. Hopefully, you see it coming. Is there a chance that Taurus could see this coming? Because I feel like if you see it, even if it's just like maybe the night before, like you're like, wait a minute, that's not supposed to get this cold. Let me see if I can do something. You got the Two of Fire and the Hanged Man. You might see it very... It's like if this garden is the size of a big field. And it's kind of like, all right, I find out just before it's going to happen that it's going to happen, but there's nothing I can do about it. I feel like there's going to be nothing you can do about it. You might find out just before it happens, but I feel like there's also nothing you can do about it. Okay. This is not going to... like wipe it out, though. Because I see what's going on around it. is people are still coming together. The Ace of Swords comes back, and people are not willing to give up on this. And the Taurus energy I'm feeling, it's stammering. It makes you stammer because it's kind of like, it was not expected. It was a blind side. Definitely a blind side. Not a complete fail, but it's not good. People aren't willing to give up. There will be healing here. You know, you live, you learn. One of those things. People are there's a lot of conversations going on here, and people kind of saying, "Well, that didn't work, so let's change and do something different." There's this big picture energy, compensation, perseverance, persevering. They're not going to give up. I do the big picture card isn't out here. I don't think. I think it's the Sacred Eagle. But I do feel kind of that energy here. Like people are like, this is not going to destroy us. We're not going to let this rule us. I feel like you might be looking at this kind of like, all right, we're going to put in a lot of effort to make sure we don't have a total fail. But is that really balancing out? Is like the effort we're going to put in going to balance out with what we get out of this? Like, is this really a good idea? Because I feel like you might be a little apprehensive, kind of like, all right, we're not giving up. We're going to continue forward. But even you are looking at this kind of like, yeah, but should we give up? But should we? I feel like you're kind of looking at it like, yeah, I mean, we're going to put in a lot of effort to make this work, but is it really worth it? It continues forward. It does continue forward. You're very important to this situation, by the way. So hopefully you keep going with it. I keep feeling like you're going to, but you are very important to it. The balance, this feels very political to me. Well, they got the scales there too. Somebody's going to help balance this out. What failed? What can we do to prevent it? Are we just kind of like, well, this just happens once in a while. We just got to be ready for it. Then these other two cards come in. Like this feels like the yin-yang energy. Is it supposed to be? The Dragon's Duel? It feels very yin-yang to me. People are going to put in a lot of effort. People are going to make the best of it that they can. They don't want to just give up and just... They don't want to secede to like a failure. Is that the way? Did I say that right? I'm not sure. So people are going to keep going forward. I feel like you're going to support people with this. This one card. Yeah. You see it for what it is, but I feel like you're kind of like, I'm going to support the people. I feel like your energy is like, I'm going to support the people doing this, and I'm going to help it go forward. I'm going to do my part. Taurus will do their part. I feel like very respectfully do your part. But I feel like the reason you're staying involved with this, well, Taurus doesn't like to give up anyway, but it's more about the people. I feel like it's very much more about the people for you, holding together, helping them move forward, helping them be successful as successful as they can be. People are upset, but they don't want to be completely devastated. So that's why they're doing this, because they don't want to like be completely devastated. Even though when that happens, it was a devastation moment. It's starting back pretty much at square one. Well, I wouldn't say square one, but it's definitely been knocked back 5 spaces. So you know what I mean? You know when they say 2 steps forward, 1 step back? We just got smacked back 5 spaces is what it feels like to me. Very uncomfortable, not liking it, but I feel like people are holding the line and it's coming back together. And I feel like you're trying to be that voice of reason, like, all right, let's do this. Let's not go crazy, but let's do that. Let's hold that back. Let's kind of like wait and do this. I also feel like if I'm going to use the garden analogy, I feel like with the way you're looking at it is kind of like, let's kind of handle this to where we get what we can out of it for this year, but we set it up so like it's already ready for us to use next year, so that next year can be a better outcome. So I feel like that's where you're starting to mold this forward or kind of morph this forward, kind of like, all right, this year is only going to be what it is. But, you know, let's start planning ahead and like whatever we do this year, let's make sure it's compatible with what we want to do next year. So if we can get ahead on next year's stuff, if we can like start moving things around, or maybe we're going to put things different places next year, maybe we're going to start thinking about that now, start creating a different plan. What will we do next year when we want to do this? How will we possibly protect against whatever went wrong this year? Like start making future plans for the next time around. Still engaged, still doing this year's, but also kind of like, let's plan for next year too. Let's make the best of what we got for now, so that way next year we have a better outcome. I feel like that's where your energy is going. Like, let's try to make the best of this. Let's see where we can use it later. Not going to be the best right now, but maybe it can be better later. Again, I keep feeling like your energy, the most I feel here is like the connection to other people, and kind of like, I feel like I have a lot of empathy for the people involved. Like, they're really upset at what happened, and you're upset too. But it's almost like you're putting your feelings to the side and like, well, they're really upset. They're really upset, and I can handle it. But I feel like they're gonna be crushed. So I'm gonna help them stand up, and I'm gonna put that happy face on and pretend like it's better than it is, and I'm gonna help drive this forward. That way they can pick themselves up and not feel like they've completely failed. So let's do this. You're very much looking out for other people in this moment, is what I'm getting. Very much so. When this devastation moment happens, I do feel like you're looking at it like, oh, I think when you're seeing this moment come in, you're kind of like, oh, I think we're done. I think that just kind of, I think we just got wiped out. But when other people want to pick it up and keep going and like make the best out of what's left, again, it's about the people. I feel like it's mostly about the people. I know Taurus doesn't like to give up. I know that, but when I'm looking at the situation, I feel like I'm stepping back and I'm like, even you're looking at it like, maybe we should kind of like just call this. But again, it's for the people involved. You're like, yeah, okay, let's keep going. Anything else? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.